LISABI, the hero of Egba people. Chapter 1. The birth of a legend. In the heart of Yoruba land, where the forest stretches endlessly and the river whispers tales of old, a child was born to the Egba's people. His name was LISABI, and from the moment of his birth, elders knew he was destined for greatness. Born in the town of Egba under the rules of mighty Oyo Empire, LISABI grew up witnessing the struggle of his people enslaved, overtaxed, and all the mercy of ruthless ruler. Even as a boy, LISABI displayed remarkable intelligence and strength. While other children played, he listened to the great storyteller who passed down the knowledge of the ancestors. He trained in combat, learning the way of the hunters and warriors. His father, a wise man, often told him, "A warrior's greatest weapon is not his sword, but his mind." LISABI took these words to heart, and as he grew, so did his thirst for justice. Chapter 2. The oppression of the Egba. For generations, the Oyo Empire dominated much of Yoruba land. The Egba people, though skilled in trade and craftsmanship, were subjugated. They were forced to pay heavy tribute and send their strongest men to fight in Oyo's war. The Ajele, representative of Oyo King, ruled with iron fist, exploiting the land and its people. Taxes increased, and any who resisted were brutally punished. Women wept for their husbands taken as slaves, and fathers despaired as their sons were dragged into the fight battle that were not their own. LISABI, now a young man, saw the pain in his people's eyes and sworn to change their fate. But to defeat such a powerful empire, he needed a plan, one forged in wisdom, strategy, and unity. Chapter 3. The Secret Brotherhood. LISABI realized that no single warrior, no matter how strong, could stand against the might of Oyo Empire. He needed the strength of his people. Thus, he began forming a secret alliance, Egba Ologun, the warrior of Egba. He traveled across the Egba lands, meeting with village elders, hunters, farmers, and traders. In the dead of night, they gathered in hidden places, swearing oaths of loyalty and planning their uprising. Their strategy was simple: unity. Instead of fighting the Oyo force head-on, they would strike from the shadows, targeting the Ajeles first. The movement grew. Messages were sent in codex proverbs, warning Egba warriors to prepare. The ground trembled with the silent march of an army that had yet to reveal itself. Chapter 4. The uprising began. One fateful night, LISABI and his warriors struck the Ajele, who once moved with arrogance, were caught off guard across Egba town. The people rose, overthrowing their oppressors. The message was clear: the Egba will no longer bow to Oyo. The response from Oyo was swift. Army were sent to crush the rebellion, but LISABI had foreseen this. He led his warrior into the forest, where they knew every path and hidden places. The Oyo soldier, unfamiliar with this terrain, were lured into traps. They suffered losses, unlike any others, and soon the might of your empire was forced to retreat. Chapter 5. The betrayal and fall. Despite his victory, LISABI's growing power made some Egba leaders uneasy. They feared that they might become a ruler as oppressive as the Oyo king before him. In whisper and secret meeting, they conspired against him. One day, LISABI was lured into a supposed meeting of unity. Instead, he was ambushed. Some say he fought fiercely, but the number against him were too great. Others believe he willingly surrendered, knowing that his mission has been accomplished. Legend says that he was executed in secret, while others claim he vanished into the forest. His spirit forever watching over the Egba's people. His betrayal remained a sorrowful tale, but his legacy of freedom remains strong. Chapter 6. The legacy of LISABI. The Egba people were free, but LISABI knew that the true freedom required wisdom. He urged his people to fortify their town and prepare for future threats. He encouraged trade, diplomacy, and unity among Yoruba community. His name lived on, echoing through the generation, reminding the Egba that courage and unity could overcome any oppression. Today, the Egba people honor LISABI with annual festival, celebrating the man who dared to dream of freedom and made it reality.